So today we will see how to use DynamoDB and Node.js together. So Node.js is a platform used for web development, and DynamoDB is hosted by AWS, and it is a NoSQL database. And these both can be used together to create any web applications and to store data efficiently, effectively, and to get the results very fast. So the process is that way very simple if we understand it. There is one component of Node.js, and in this demo we are using Linux machine. You can use any Linux machine. It is not necessary to use only AWS. And DynamoDB is on AWS platform. It cannot be used outside AWS. And to connect between these two main things, we have AWS SDK. It is a library developed by AWS, and it is for many languages like Java or Python or Node.js. And in this demo, we are using Node.js, and we need credentials of an account from AWS platform where the user of that account should have capacity to manipulate DynamoDB. That is, the person should be authorized to use DynamoDB. These are only simple conditions, and we will see how it is done. So about Node.js, I'm using DigitalOcean. DigitalOcean is a cloud platform like AWS, as it is the cheapest. Basically, I'm using EC2, or AWS call it as a EC2, and DigitalOcean call it as a droplet. So the cost is around $4 per month. So it is one of the cheapest option, very easy to use, and it shows that we can use any Linux machine in the world to connect with AWS DynamoDB. I'm using Ubuntu, and if we are using any different platform like Fedora or CentOS, then just change the commands accordingly. And for this demonstration, you should know Node.js. I am personally not expert in Node.js, so this is a demonstration from the code I'm getting from online sources, and I will explain how to connect DynamoDB and do CRUD operations, that is create a table, pass a query, get results, and all that things. From AWS side, we do not need to do anything special. We just need a user who have authorization to manage DynamoDB, and we want that access key and secret access key from that user. We can do all operations on DynamoDB table if the user has permission to do it. And the output from DynamoDB is always JSON format. And for the purpose of connection, we need AWS SDK library to download, and it will take care of everything else. And we need this .aws credentials file to store credentials on our Linux platform. These are some of the links which I will post in comments, and this will help to guide you how to do what I am showing. So this is a web page I'm using for this demonstration, and it shows a lot of examples of how to use Node.js with DynamoDB, and there are a lot of examples. I will explain the code when I will use it. So let's start our demonstration and see all the details I'm using to connect Node.js with DynamoDB. This is DigitalOcean cloud platform, and I'm creating droplet on this. You can use any platform. So New York, and this is Ubuntu, and if you can see, there is $4 per month pricing. So I will connect to it and then show you once I connect it. These are commands we are using. So once we go through these commands, it will connect and create a table in DynamoDB from Node.js platform. So this is my Linux platform, and I'm using the commands I have shown. So sudo apt get update. So just update the system. Then our next command is sudo apt install curl. So this command is basically used to get a URL, and with that URL we are downloading everything what we want. Then I'm downloading Node.js version 18. So it is downloading. I will pause for some time and then install Node.js. So if you are using Node.js, then up to this point you know almost everything. And I'm not the expert from Node.js. So these are very simple steps, and you can use any Linux platform and just use commands from that respective platform. And now let us check whether we have successfully installed. So node version, it is showing the version, that is version 18, and npm version, the version is 9.5. So we have installed Node.js successfully. Now our next step is installing AWS SDK. So this is a library developed by AWS, and it acts as a switch between Node.js and DynamoDB, and we don't have to do anything else. It is very simple to use. We also need to install UUID. So all installations are now done. So what we are doing is make directory of .aws, then creating a text file under that directory, and we are using these credentials, and the user of this credential should have permission to manage or to manipulate DynamoDB. So just write like this in your credentials file. So once I write, I will start again. Now I am creating a file, create table.js, and I will show a code what I'm writing under this file. So this is a file on a website I have shown just. So I will go through this code step by step. So it just creates a variable, and it uses AWS DynamoDB library, and that is a part of AWS SDK. Then we create a parameters variable, and this is very important, and your main job from converting from web page to DynamoDB is to create this parameter, and you have to explain everything in JSON format. So these are attribute definitions. So what attributes you need in your table, that is artist, song. Then key schema, that is it is a hash, that is partition key, sort key. Then your capacity, that is read capacity and write capacity, and table name. So this is main thing of parameter. And when you question DynamoDB from Node.js, you get JSON, and from JSON you have to just convert into your own whatever you want and display on a web page. So it is very simple and fast thing. And then we create a table, that is a function, that is create table with that parameters. And this is, if you know Node.js, then this is very simple thing. And now you have to run the command node and that file, and we can see the output table created, table description. There are two attributes. This is a table name, this is the key schema, then created on this time and date. So you have successfully created a table from DynamoDB. And if we look at AWS console, so this is DynamoDB console. I will just make a little bigger with it. Okay. This is a table, and if I click it, it shows everything. The partition keys, artist, sort keys, song. This is provision capacity. So whatever we have mentioned, everything is correct here. There are no indexes, means everything is okay. So we have just seen example how to create a table from Node.js, and this is a AWS documentation, which shows how to create table, list table, describe table, and lot of things. So if you go through this documentation, this it is same. You have to just know how to convert our data into JSON and from JSON to your data and display on a web page like that. So I think this is helpful. Thank you. If you like it, just subscribe. Bye.